welcome back to the Blonde Informants podcast. It's Karen
and Mariah.
And today's episode is going to be a lot of fun because we're doing product reviews. It'll be good. We're going to talk about some of our favorite things that we want to share with all of our listeners. Of course, today's episode is sponsored by Narrow Path Wellness. So be sure to go to, what's the website?
narrowpathwellness.com.
Awesome. Check it out there. You can learn more about us. You can learn more about our organization and what we hope to accomplish with this podcast and with Narrow Path Wellness in general. So with that, let's go ahead and jump in. We're going to talk about some of our favorite things that we know a lot of people ask questions about. I know when I'm at work. So, when I'm at work and stuff, we share, like, stop, I'm telling the truth. Okay.
Poor Jay, dude, I'm so sorry. Okay, ready?
Clap. So when I'm at work and stuff, we talk about different things that we like to do. And so I share some of these with people at work, but we want to share with all of you at home so that you too can join in on some of the fun that we have with some of these products. So you want to kick it off with something that you like?
Sure. And I just want to say too that a lot of this stuff is like, these aren't things that were sent to us, obviously. Like, we just have used these for a really long time. Like, you probably decades, like,
wow, decades.
Or me, a decade, okay? I'm just saying, like, these are things we actually really like, so.
Right.
We've given it, like, the time test and everything. So I guess I'll kick it off. So for me, it's the Kosas Revealer Skin Improving Foundation. So I was using, I think it was called, like, Purelise something. I've always had acne and a lot of redness, so I really have to have like a good foundation. And the one I was using before was a full-on endocrine disruptor, even though it was labeled clean. So I had to get rid of that and change all my skincare. So this was one of the things I swapped out, and it is super good. It is very lightweight, but it's total coverage. Like, I don't have any issues with redness peeking through or blemishes. It gets better throughout the day, so even though it's not super matte, it like sinks into your skin a little bit, and like it just looks natural all day, I feel like. And I just think it's really comparable to that other one I was using that I really liked, but was like so toxic. The only thing I would say is bad about this one is the SPF in it. I would prefer it not to have SPF, but yeah, they're putting it in everything now, so it's kind of hard to avoid.
How is that not an endo?
I mean, it
disruptor.
Kind of is. It is, yeah. But I mean, at least it doesn't. This doesn't have zinc oxide in it, and some of the other things that were in the other, like all the other foundations I've had. So, I'm happy with it. It's clean.
You have a diaper next to you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're gonna get to that.
Oh, I was like, did you mistakenly forget? Okay. Nice. Yeah, finding good clean makeup is difficult. I've used,
it doesn't work a lot of times.
Yeah.
Find stuff that
I use kind of a mix and match of different things, but I'm gonna be honest, like one of the problems with this natural makeup is it doesn't work the same as regular makeup.
I can help you.
It doesn't, like the eyeliner doesn't go on right. I mean, nothing seems to work.
Cut out, like the eyeliner. I don't really do my wings anymore. Like, I used to always have like a nice black wing, but I just can't because there is no good one. So I mean, I have to use poison stuff for like going to an event or something.
Right.
Otherwise, I just I try to keep it a lot more simple now.
Yeah. If you go closer to natural, then you're gonna find better products to use. So that's good.
I forgot to say, it has avocado oil and jojoba, and obviously it doesn't have like parabens, silicones, or fragrance. So
cool. All right, so we'll put a link to the product in the show notes just so you guys can check it out for yourself, because we know a lot of times these products, they tend to be expensive too. So one of the things I hate is that almost always I have to order it. I have to test it and try it. And I mean, a lot of times I end up just throwing a lot of them away
Yeah.
because I don't like them. I mean,
Yeah,
they
and
just,
I mean, yeah, that's
and if,
I did that with foundation for a long
yeah,
time. So yeah, this one
yeah,
isn't super cheap. It's like 30 or something. That's what I
yeah.
was paying before. So
I think like the makeup listeners out there, like the makeup companies, if you guys could stop putting all of that shimmery crap in eyeshadows, it's like
oh, Micah, it's called Micah.
every
Yeah,
single one of these healthy, like organic, non-toxic makeups, they always have that in it. And
you
it's
never
like
have like
there's no matte shadows. And it's like, okay, yeah, all that shimmery, fun, glittery crap is fun for young people, but when you get older, you have wrinkles. You don't want all that up in there. It
yeah. I don't
ages your
even want
eyes.
shimmery all the time. Like
Yeah.
really,
So, anyways,
just
just please stop doing that. It would be great to have some matte options.
yeah.
But all right, well, cool. So I'll do a quick product. So I'm going to talk about this. So this is, yeah, this is actually one of my newer favorites. I've been using it for, I don't know, maybe a year. It's Armana Colostrum, and it's a great product. I think it has strengthened my immune system immensely. It's a really solid product. So I'm going to talk to you about some of the benefits of colostrum. If you don't know what colostrum is, it's the first milk that comes out of an animal after they give birth. And humans, yeah, humans as well. And so it is the strongest, like, immune system booster that you can get. So that being said, you're probably like, oh my gosh, all the little baby cows, oh, they're not getting their milk. Okay, well, this company actually has a calf first promise. So they make sure that the calves do get the colostrum and then they take some colostrum. So they try to do it as ethically as you can. But yeah, you do have to kind of steal the colostrum.
You know what I noticed too is it's not the packets aren't super full. Like it's not
Mhm.
like it's not like a collagen packet where it's
Right.
like packed full. Like
Yeah.
they probably just do just the amount that you actually would need.
Right. Yep.
So
And the benefits of colostrum are immune system. It also optimizes your microbiome, so that's really important. It comes from grass-fed cows, cold chain, pasteurized. It's calf first, made in the USA.
that's cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah, yeah. And the other thing is like it strengthens your, I'm gonna probably like butcher this word, but it's like your mucosa system or something, which
Like
is basically,
mucus?
yeah, your mucosa. I guess I'm like totally getting this wrong. But that's your first line of defense inside of your body.
Yeah.
And that's the first place that chemicals and toxins and all the pesticides, that's what's being attacked. And
Yeah.
so this stuff actually helps to strengthen that as your first line of defense.
Yeah.
It also helps the synthesis of your hormones and your neurotransmitters, which is really essential for like producing melatonin so you can sleep well. And there's just a host of really good benefits. And
How often do you take it?
yeah, so I take it once a day. You can do like 1 to 4 scoops.
Oh, okay.
You can put it in your smoothies, but you do need to put it into cold drinks.
Yeah, I've read that.
Because it'll change the
Composition,
composition. But I actually just take it dry. So I just stick it in my mouth. It's weird, but like it tastes like, do you remember the astronaut ice cream that you could
Yeah.
buy that was like dry?
Yep.
It's got that kind of taste to it. So it's not really bad.
Okay.
So you can just dry chug it. It's fine.
Yeah.
So anyways, that's my product. So I will put a link to their site. It's really good. I would encourage people to try it out, especially if you're struggling with immune health or if you have autoimmune disease and things like
I mean,
that.
think about how good it is for babies. They call it like liquid gold for
Right.
babies. I mean, yeah, it's got to be, it's got to be good.
Yeah.
I'll
Yep.
have to try it.
Cool. All right. What's your next product?
All right, my next one. So let me move this real quick, just so I can show it better. But this is called the Brest Friend. Okay, I'm gonna just demonstrate here. So this is different from the Boppy, and this is like for moms or people who know like of a mom that's gonna breastfeed. You want the Brest Friend. You don't want the Boppy. You want the Brest Friend because it straps onto you so you can like walk around with it. Don't have your baby on it, but you can move with it. It props the baby up better, especially when they're like super tiny. So like you can see like it just holds them up and it's more secure. Whereas the Boppy, it kind of like sucks the baby in. And this is a big Boppy, so if that gives you an idea. So the baby like rolls forward
Or back.
or back.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like there's not not a good laying spot for the baby.
Right.
And you can't really move, and it's kind of awkward. So, I mean, I like the boppy, but the breast, especially, I mean, now I don't need it as much because she can sit up more, but yeah, the breast friend is where it's at.
Nice. So we'll put a link to that.
Yeah.
You probably get it on Amazon or something.
Yeah, yep, it's really good. So, highly recommend for
Nice. Nice. That's a good call out. Yeah. Tried and true, and you tested both. So
Yes.
good.
Yep.
All right. The next product I'm going to talk about is another one of my new favorites. I've been using this for maybe about 6 months. So this is, and we talked about this, I think, in the last episode that we did, but it's by Timeline. It's MitoPure, and basically it's cellular nutrition. So it's really good for your mitochondria. It just has a host of really good benefits. I've been very impressed with the quality. One thing I haven't been impressed with is turnaround time on orders. They're really
That's good to
slow,
know.
but I think it's because they're exploding with growth right now, which
Yeah.
is good, but it can also be bad because you know how it goes. Every time a company gets, everybody else is buying stuff, then they
Yeah.
start cutting corners. So I'm going to keep an eye on them, but for now I've been really impressed with it. Mitochondria health and cellular health is something that I'm really focused on because as you get older, you lose so many mitochondria, your cells are aging, you just really need to kind of focus on that. You should focus on it when you're young, then you don't have to worry about it so much when you're older, but I didn't know about it when I was young.
Yeah,
So yeah, so highly recommend it. I've seen a lot of really positive.
How much is it?
It's quite a lot. So it's a good investment, about $125 a month.
A month?
Yeah, a month for your
Have
supply.
you noticed any change?
Yeah, I mean, overall, like, this has probably been the most stressful last few months of my life, like moving to a new state and just selling our house and all the shuffling around and, my husband moving ahead of me, so us being apart for a few weeks, whatever. So I have felt good energy. I have felt because I think I could have really slipped into getting sick or not, not being able to keep up on working out or having energy during all that stress.
Yeah.
And even though I was stressed, I was still feeling energetic mostly and able to work out and pretty consistent. So yeah, I do think it was probably due to the fact that keeping my cells healthy and energized and utilizing energy properly in my body. So yeah.
Makes sense.
Yep.
Cool. Well, maybe it's worth it then. You could try.
Yeah, for
We'll
sure.
keep it.
Now that I'm getting a little less stressed, maybe I can actually start to see more of the benefits. But I will say, it is supposed to help with cellular energy, which if you have good ATP and you're using your cell energy well, you should see better results in the gym when you're working out.
Oh,
And, I did bench pressed more than I've ever bench pressed ever.
Right.
So
like recently.
yeah, I just
the other day.
maxed out. So
Yeah.
at 40, I don't even, how old
Were
am
you-
I? 40,
6.
46. Yeah. So at 46, I'm beating my 30 something self in bench pressing, even my 20 something self. So yeah, there's some improvements there. So I think it's probably due to good cellular
That's
health
the hard
and
thing when you do all the supplements.
Yeah.
You don't know exactly
and eat healthy
which
and do all
one-
that stuff. Yeah. What is
but,
working.
I mean, you just know at least it's all going to
Right.
do something good.
Yeah. So that's the product I like to highlight. I'll put a link to it in the show notes, but you'll you'll fall out of your chair when you see the price tag, but I do feel like it has
It's an
been
investment.
it is.
The thing is,
How much do you spend on Starbucks?
Yeah, but I'm looking back, this is kind of an aside, but I was thinking about it the other day when my husband was super sick, that when he was, always going to the he has an autoimmune disorder, and he used to have to get scopes done every week and all this stuff. I mean, it was thousands of dollars.
Right.
And I mean, as much as we spend on all the supplements and healthy living and stuff, I mean, we don't pay thousands of dollars to go to the doctor anymore, and he's better.
Yeah.
So
Results speak. I mean,
Yeah.
that's the reality of
Yeah,
it.
and it pays off if you take care of your body. I mean, the price tag is high, but you are actually healing your body, and it's, you're not going to the doctor all the time.
I agree. Yeah. I mean, you're going to spend your money somewhere. So, I mean, if people were honest with themselves, you're spending your dollars somewhere. It's just where you put your money is where your heart is. And so, is your heart in maintaining a healthy body and taking care of yourself? Is it, You know, maybe it's vacationing. That's fine too. But, you know, maybe it's Slurpees every day. I don't know. But, you know, you're spending your money somewhere. So why not invest in yourself so you can live a healthy, strong life?
Right. Yeah.
What's your next product?
So my next one, I don't have it with me. I forgot to grab it, but it's the Dr. Bronner's unscented baby soap. And it's not just for babies. So I think it's made with coconut, olive, and hemp oils, like a blend of all of those. It's a castile oil.
Yeah.
Obviously it doesn't have preservatives, detergents, foaming agents, or fragrance in it, which I like. But the reason I like it, and you have to dilute it, which I don't think I have been, to be honest with you, but you're definitely supposed to dilute it, so I'm going to start doing that. But you can get the pump bottle on Thrive, and I use it for face wash. I don't use all the fancy stuff anymore. Like, I don't, it's not, you don't need to spend that much on skincare. You can just use basic stuff. So I use it for my face. You can use it for hand wash. You can use it for your baby, shampoo. I mean, I'd use it all the time for everything.
Okay.
And I really like it. So
nice.
And it's organic. So yeah, it's like a nice, and it's really inexpensive. It's like $7 or something.
Yeah.
So I really am enjoying that. But
I use that too. I use it too, actually. You can get it at Whole Foods.
Yeah.
I actually use it in the shower. I just have it in the shower and I use it as my soap.
Yep.
So
yeah. And apparently
I don't, but
yeah, I didn't.
I mean, whatever. What's it gonna do? You wash it
Yeah.
off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna put it in my ass.
I think I'll
Yeah. I don't know. I just use it in the shower. Just squirt it in my hand and away I go.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. All right, next product. So this is one I think we both use, which is Ancient Nutrition. So Ancient Nutrition, and this is their probiotics, their ultimate. So there's a couple things with this company specifically. So long before it was cool and hip for everybody to be, you know, into health and wellness. So a long time ago, back in the
early
2000s, late 1990s, I actually read a book that really was instrumental in like getting me on this journey, which was The Maker's Diet. And it was by this guy, Mr. Rubin, and he wrote the book. And really, he was super sick. He had all the autoimmune diseases. He had like a million things wrong with him. And he was basically sentenced to death. Like his doctors are like, okay, you're going to die. So he went to the Bible and he dug through the Bible to try to uncover like what did God tell people to eat or how did he tell them to eat? And he built a diet around that. And he healed himself. And then he just kind of went back to nature, basically. It's like just really, you know, digging in the dirt. I mean, the thing that's kind of cool. So long story short, this guy's book, he is a partner with Dr. Axe, who they both own Ancient Nutrition. So they founded that company. That's who owns that company.
Dr. Axe is really good.
Yeah, and so is Dr. Rubin. But they both founded this company. They do regenerative farming. They are super committed to, you know, they're people of faith. So that's another bonus. But the thing with the probiotics is they include dirt. So there's like there's micro little
Biome?
no, there's little organisms, microorganisms in the dirt.
Yeah.
So they put them into the pills as well. I mean, it sounds really goofy, but if you think about it, in the olden days, people would like plant a garden, pull the carrot out, and they would eat it. And it had dirt on it. I mean, they didn't go to wash their vegetables. They also didn't have pesticides in their dirt, so they didn't have to worry about all that. Yeah. But they were getting some of that from nature, and so they put that in there. So anyways, it's a great product.
Yeah, and that builds your immunity, too.
It does.
Because, I mean, that I've read somewhere, like, is it better to use those little hand wipes when you go to Walmart on the cart, or just sit your baby in it and not wipe it? And everybody says, oh, well, just sit your baby in the cart. And it's like, yes, you want your baby to build an immune system. But the best way for them to get bacteria onto their body without gross other people bacteria, if you can avoid it, is like the dirt, like outside germs, you know, like outside bacteria from the dirt. So that makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, kids have played outside forever. Yeah. You know, I mean, it's good for them. But now we're becoming so insulary that we don't go outside and get dirt under our fingers. Yeah. And, you know, I mean, there's a lot of research on being outside and the benefits of it. So anyways, they actually have like more than just probiotics. So I take their vitamin D. You take something from them. Whoops. Whoa, hello.
It's the women's multivitamin. I
Yep,
take
that's a
that
good
one.
one too. I mean, pretty much all of their products are awesome. They also have bone broth, collagen. I'm not a huge fan of the taste,
Yeah.
but I know it's good for me. So,
Yeah.
but they do
We're
have
not.
just, yeah, they do also have regular collagen products. They have a whole host of supplements. And honestly, they're a brand that I trust. I
Yeah.
really can trust them because I
Yeah.
do think that Dr. Axe is an honorable person. I think he's a Christian, a man of faith. Dr. Rubin also. And I'm glad to hear that they're doing regenerative farming and they're just really, really, really in line with my values. So I like supporting companies like that.
Yeah.
I would buy everything from them, but they don't have everything that I am looking for.
Yeah.
But the other thing is that Dr. Axe has a podcast and
Oh, does he?
yeah, and I think he's actually had the person on that talked about our mana.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and I think he also may have had the people on talking about our mitochondria and MitoPure. So some of these brands cross over, which is good. So that's one thing I always look forward to. Like, yeah, well, I have to be careful because sometimes they just, they're going on all the shows to promote their product, but
Yeah.
maybe it's just, it's PR. So I try to look for trusted people like Dr. Axe.
Yeah.
There's other ones that I listen to, and if I hear on those shows, I try to look to other sources just to see what they have to say before I
Yeah.
try something. But yeah, so that's another product that I'm really loving. What else?
Cool.
What do you got?
The organic coconut sugar. I
Okay.
don't have a specific brand. We've been using different brands.
Yeah.
But, I like it.
Is
I
that
like
the one that I introduced you to, or were you using it before that?
No, you introduced it because I
For
was
for our
using-
new ice cream maker?
Yeah,
Healthy
so-
ice cream?
Yeah, healthy ice cream. Yeah, I was using monk fruit, but I noticed they put that erythritol.
Yeah, I don't know what that
whatever
is.
it's called. Yeah, it starts
Yeah.
with an E. It's like a sweetener, and it's like I'm using the monk fruit, so I don't have to use sweeteners. So if you're putting the sweetener in the monk fruit, like it doesn't make sense to me. So I started using that coconut sugar, and it does have the lower glycemic index. It's apparently made from the coconut palm flower sap.
Okay.
I thought it was from like the brown part, but apparently it's not.
No.
Yeah, and it's just kind of like a sugar alternative. It's
Yeah.
good. It's not obviously as sugary and like sweet as
I haven't noticed though that I thought it tastes the
yeah, it's
same.
good.
I mean,
yeah,
yeah.
I think you do have to use a little bit more than you normally would for sugar, and the texture is different. But other than that, like it's a great sugar alternative.
Yeah.
I like it. We use it when we make our ice cream,
Right.
which maybe we should do like a ice cream tutorial or something.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
bet I made some today actually. I put a little protein powder in it. So, yeah.
Good.
I do yeah.
Good
We can do a whole episode on that. We'll do some fold the cheese episodes.
Yeah, right. Fold the cheese, David.
Right. All right.
But yeah, so organic coconut sugar. I like that. That's
Yeah.
a new addition for me, and I like it.
I agree. I use that as well. And then let's see, the last brand I'm going to talk about today is Mountain Rose Herbs. So they have a host of things. They have tinctures, they have teas, they do have like some supplements. They've got seeds, like heirloom seeds. They've got just everything. They seem to be a really responsible company. I looked into them. They seem to use a lot of regenerative. They care deeply about the environment and making sure that, pesticides and chemicals are not included in their things. I did a lot of research on them and I was impressed. They're a company out of Oregon and yeah, overall it's really good. This particular tea, the blues tea, I really like this. It's kind of, not really sure. I guess it's like a mood enhancer, but
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
it tastes delicious, but it's got like nettle leaf, St. John's wort, and valerian root. So I tend to drink this at night
Yeah.
before bed. Yeah, and it's just nice. It's got a good flavor and steep that and just really enjoy a nice cup of tea before bed. And it
Yeah,
just
me
kind of
too.
sets you up for a nice night's worth of sleep. So,
Yeah.
which I don't have trouble going to sleep, but
It's good to
sometimes
have,
it's
like, a
just.
routine, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but during certain periods of the month, I just need that little extra, like, calm down.
Yeah.
Hormones be like this, and so when they're like this, then I take a little bit of that.
Yeah.
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 That's just one of our blessings and curses of being females.
That's
We can do
really
an
good.
episode about that too.
Yeah.
So you've been a little moody today. A little moody.
The mood. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. So I guess
I think we have time for one more product review.
Yeah. Yeah. Wish Garden is kind of like Mountain Rose Herbs. I feel like
Yeah.
they're kind of similar, but I do their milk rich supply booster,
Okay.
and it works really good if you need it. Let's see what's in it. It's got raspberry leaf, it does have fenugreek in it. Fennel seed, goat's rue, nettles, blessed thistle. Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, it's organic and it's well made. I trust the brand. I've heard really good things about this from Amanda Ensing, who's really cool. And yeah, so if you're, especially around the 6 month mark, I've heard is like when people see like a dip in their supply. So if you experience that, you might want to try that because it helped me a lot. So I would
Yeah.
recommend that brand and that supplement.
Perfect.
It tastes kind of weird though, but it's fine. You can get it back.
Nice. We'll put the links to everything we talked about. So one thing we like to do is after we share these products, we want to hear from you guys. Like share what you think is good, what you like. And if you've got products you want us to take a look at and review, we're happy to do that. I will say we're going to be honest. So, I mean, there's products like today we were all, happy in sunshine, but we do have products that we've tried that did not make the cut in our lifestyles. And so we're going to talk about those as well because it's important that we call those out so that you don't have to waste your money and your time on things that don't work, or maybe the quality isn't where it is, or maybe the company's ethics aren't what you thought they were. And I think it's really important. What'd you say?
Celsius. I don't know if I trust Celsius that much.
Yeah. I don't know if I trust Celsius anymore either.
Yeah.
It's hard to say. We'll do an episode on when companies go corporate.
Yeah.
But I think that's just a flaw with our capitalism.
Yeah.
I think we have crony capitalism, and no, I'm not a libtard, but should I say that?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not, but there is crony capitalism. I mean, you have a good point, but how you
as consumers, we are not in a
no
place of
it's not really about being left wing, right wing. It's like no, there is capitalism. Yeah. I mean, and let COVID and what happened during that season really guide you there, because that was driven by companies making profits and doing things. Yeah.
It's not for the consumer. They don't care about
No, but that's for another episode. So, yeah, well, that's pretty much it for today's episode. So we hope you enjoyed that. And tune in for the next episode, which will be, I think we're talking about politics in that one, about some things that have been going on in the news. So stay tuned to that next episode on the Blonde Informants podcast. And until next time.
Yeah, I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching.
God bless. Take care.